I was creating content that converted into clients and money, but it was sucking the life out of me. And I realized the real problem isn't your strategy. You see, most people think it's about hooks and written copy and thumbnails, but the real issue runs way deeper. These are the 9 brutal realizations that changed everything. And honestly, most of you are not going to like what I have to say. The first thing that I want to talk to you about today is honestly something that I don't hear any creators at the moment talk about. Here's the reality. Your content sucks because you don't feel good about yourself. You see, self-worth isn't talked about nearly enough in business, and people think that entrepreneurs, business owners, that we're some kind of robots. But the reality is we are human beings and we need things. We have so many different needs. We have so many different desires. We have so much that makes us up that if we leave it unfilled or unfulfilled, you are not going to put out and produce good, valuable content. This is something that I have a lot of experience with. Like, if you don't like who you are in this point in time or what you're doing, that shows up as confusion. That shows up in how you deliver your message. And when you're putting out a piece of content, people can literally feel your energy, or they can't. And that's the worst part. If they can't feel how energized you are about what you're saying and what you're doing, that is because you are reflecting that, because it's how you're actually feeling about yourself. You're going to sound disinterested. You are going to be unclear, and you're just not going to be able to deliver the message that you think you're delivering. And this was happening to me in my past career and my most recent career, right? It was just sucking the life out of me, you know? The things that I was saying didn't actually fulfill me, right? This is the content that fulfills me. I love talking about this stuff because I live it. I've been through it. I've helped other people get through it as well. And I know that a positive self-view is going to equate to your message being more clear. This is how you actually understand what you're going to say and how you're going to show up in your videos every single time you film one. But the reality is, so many business owners, they never think about this. They don't think that it matters. Your mental health is so damn important that you really, truly need to take care of yourself. And this leads into something that most people, just in general, not just business owners, suffer with, especially when it comes to making content. I'm just gonna be blunt and straightforward because I care, and I don't know how else to say this, but your unhealthy lifestyle is killing your content. If you're eating like shit, if you're not exercising, and you're not doing anything for your self-care, that's going to lead to fake and inauthentic content. I touched on the emotional state a little bit, but your physical state comes through in everything that you say as well. If you're just feeling lazy, if you're always feeling tired, if you, again, you're not getting out there and taking care of your body, if you're not eating well, right? And I'm not like this perfect physique and human specimen, but I take this really seriously because I know how important it is for business and life in general. And so many people like to separate business from life. But the reality is, if you want to be your best self, if you want to show up and deliver the best content that you possibly can, that's really gonna pull people in, then you have to take care of your physical state. So taking care of yourself, it's not just like a vanity thing. It's literally a content strategy, right? When you show up every day and you do your exercises, you walk in the morning, you run, you lift weights, you swim, you bike, I don't care what it is. Just do something for your physical body, because that is what's going to help you to experience longevity, right? And you're gonna feel energized and you're going to feel happy. I literally just cut the grass for 2 hours before filming this video, and I'm tired, but I feel energized, right? Because I moved my body. I was out in the sun, I was sweating, right? It makes me a better person. Eating well, exercising, mental health is going to be the recipe for you to deliver valuable content that, again, is going to pull in the right people. Hey, if this is making sense to you and you want to go a little bit deeper with me and join my free community where I actually get to do that, all you have to do is click that link in the description. And again, it's somewhere that we can go deeper. I can start asking you more in-depth and personal questions about your business and how I can help you. Again, just click that link in the description. The next talking point is something that makes total sense once you actually realize it. Don't create content at 6 p.m. if you've been up since 5 a.m. Sean, what are you talking about? Creating content when your brain is fried is going to make for shit content. I'm sorry. A fried brain is going to equate to messages that don't make sense. If you're like me, and I'm a human, and you're a human as well, if you're up at 5 a.m. and you go to make a video around 6 p.m., you're talking about 13 hours in between of stress, of being tired, of being anxious, of dealing with life on life's terms. Like, when you make content, you have to find the right time to do it. And I'm talking about time in the day. Ask yourself, like, what is your peak creativity hours and how do you actually protect them? And look, I'm not trying to say that there is an ideal time for everyone. You are unique in what you do on a daily basis. And many people have to do this, but you have to fight for your best hours when possible, because if you don't, if you let that slip away, and again, you're up in the morning and you're generally more productive in the morning, your brain's firing more powerfully in the morning, you go out, you do your walk and your cold plunges and all that good shit. If you come back and then you film a video like, say 8, 9, 10 o'clock, that is generally going to be your peak creativity hours, right? Or maybe your peak creativity hours are earlier in the afternoon, or maybe they are later at night, but you work third shift, right? So you have to get through all that. You have to sleep well. You have to take care of yourself. I'm talking about finding your peak creativity hours, right? Whenever that is throughout the day. But don't wait to film content when you've already been awake for 13 hours and your brain is pretty much fried. This next talking point is something that you have to do. I don't care who you are. Every single creator has to do this. I was recently on a trip to the Caribbean, right? And for some reason, my phone seems to stop working, or it dies, or it falls and gets cracked. Like every single time that we take this vacation. It's a family vacation. We've been doing it. This was our 4th year in a row. So we're in the Caribbean and my phone just stopped working. Again, it stopped connecting to the internet. It stopped connecting to Bluetooth. And I did a hard reset and it screwed everything up, right? And then the phone just kept freezing. I literally didn't have my phone and I felt like something was missing, right? Like I felt like a part of me was missing. And that helped me to realize, like, dude, you need to take a break. You need to take a break. I need to take a break from content, right? Because beach time with my kids is way better than being glued to the phone, checking analytics, checking LinkedIn, checking YouTube, right? It's a freaking mess. And here's the difficult thing about this is, like, people think that rest is lazy. They equate taking a break with being lazy. It's strategic. Most people skip this and wonder why their creativity dies. You need to plan breaks. Your brain needs a break. My brain needs a break. I can't just go with creating content, even though that's how I'm wired, right? Like, my mind tells me, just keep doing it. Put out more pieces of content as much as you possibly can. And then I get to a point where I'm like, okay, this sucks. What am I doing this for? That is what happens when you don't take a break. Plan your break. Take some time. If you're creating 5-7 pieces a week, maybe on week 4, just do like 3 or 5. Nobody is really going to notice. And honestly, it's not really going to affect your algorithm. You have to take a break because, again, mental health is more important than checking algorithms. This next talking point is something that I learned the hard way. And creating from a place of scarcity versus a place of abundance, right? Having that mindset that you have enough now, as opposed to, I don't have what I need. right? Your audience can literally smell your desperation. This is another thing that comes out in your content. And look, I have been there making videos just to keep up with leads and money, and you get just sucked into this wave of, I have to keep doing this. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm actually doing it right now, and I'm learning from it. I'm doing it right now because I have another channel that has produced clients and money for me, And it's like, while I'm in this transition period and I'm trying to get Clear Voice Media up and running and profitable, I still have to make content for this other channel to generate referral leads that I can pass off to somebody else and they can close and I can make money. And so look, that content that I'm making, it doesn't fulfill me like this. And just talking about this, like literally just being so open and transparent and honest with you, that is what fills me up, because it's like, okay, I can get through this. I'm delivering on what I am talking about. And I fall victim to what I talk about as well. But the more you talk about it, the easier it gets to get out of it, right? Secrets die in the light of exposure, right? If you keep things in and if you don't share about them, your audience is eventually going to smell and this makes people go down different routes in their content. And people are like, well, why are you making content about this? You just want clicks? You just want more money? Do you not just want to help people? Right? So make sure that you come from a place of abundance. You have enough right now. I promise you, you have enough. It's okay to want more. It's okay to drive to be better, but you have enough. One of the biggest drivers in life and one of the biggest things that holds people back is fear. And that is your real content killer. And that's what this next talking point is about. The ultimate thing that stops people in their life is having some layer of fear involved. Fear of the unknown, fear of not being liked, fear of failure, fear of success. People have great ideas. You have great ideas. You have great presence. You have great confidence. But fear is keeping you stuck. And I live this. I have to fight through that almost every single day. It shows up everywhere, not just in your content, in your relationships, at your job, at work, at this and at that. What is the most important thing that you need to realize is moving through fear with courage. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have that fear. It's always going to be there, but you can change it. You can take that as a motivating piece and you can move through it with courage. And the courage is really just action. It's not staying stuck. It's on a daily basis doing something that's uncomfortable, that's going to push you. I just did something like that today. I really didn't want to reach out to somebody, but I did because I felt that it was the right thing, right? I had fear about it. And I was just like, screw it, dude. Just do it. Move through fear with courage by taking actions. I don't care what anyone thinks about you. You should not care what anyone thinks as well. This will make an impact in your life if you can find a way to move through your fear with courage, and it's really just taking action day after day after day. Another thing that really trips people up is this next talking point. And I know you've been there because I've been there. You're just like me. And what I want you to understand is, and this goes completely against what you probably have heard, stop being relatable. Relatability isn't appealing to everyone. It's connecting deeply with specific people. I have always been told, and I have always thought in business, you just have to find relatability with everyone. But here is the reality. If you're trying to be for everyone, you inevitably will come off as being fake. The impossibility of relating to everyone through content, this idea, this narrative we've been taught is literally impossible. It's just not a thing that you can actually do, because here is the deal. You are for some people. You are for a small portion of people. That's it, right? You don't have to be for everyone. If you can find your little slice of cake, The rest of the pie doesn't even matter, right? I don't know, why do I do cake and pie? If you, if you can find your little slice of cake and then focus or not focus on the other part of the cake, that's all that matters. Instead, say what you think and feel and be authentic to yourself. And if that word bothers you, authenticity, replace it. Just be your freaking self, man. Like, don't try and be somebody else, because here's the deal. If you're trying to make content that appeals to everyone, that means you're trying to be someone you're not. The right people will find you in time. You have to stay consistent, and consistency has nothing to do with frequency. People think that consistency means posting day after day after day. No, that's frequency. Consistency is your message, right? This message that I'm delivering to you, that is how I'm being consistent. This is how I feel about content. This is how I feel about business. And this is the stuff that I want you to understand, because again, I don't hear a lot of people talk about this, and it is so important. Everything that you do and everything that you say will bring in the right people into your world. And that is how you build a really strong community of like-minded people who, again, can all learn from each other, all benefit from each other, and all make money together. This next talking point is something that makes me laugh, right? Because especially in like the YouTube world and even on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram, we're always told to search our competition. What I need you to do right now is stop over searching your competition. Creators, business owners, they get stuck in this competitor competition rabbit hole, okay? Here's what I need you to really understand, and these are the things that I am coming to realize. You can find something in research. You can find a video that did well, a concept that did well, a format that did well. That is great. Take that, run with it, and apply it to your business. Do not go so deep into over-researching what your competitors are doing. Who cares? F your competitors, man. Do what works for you. You can get so sucked in to competition research that you literally will start to mirror and sound like your competition. That is not what you want. That is a recipe for failure. In the age of AI, everything is going to start sounding the same, except if you come from a place of shared experience and knowledge, right? Like, I'm taking everything that I've learned from business in the past 10 years, and I'm sharing my personal experience and knowledge, which AI cannot replicate. You know, in a year or 2 years, it may, can come back and look at these videos and maybe replicate it, but it's very unique and personal to you. And then too much research into your competition, that's going to lead to depression and comparison, because you're going to say, why are they so far ahead and why am I here? I struggle with this all of the time. And that's why I share about it, because I struggle with it. And again, if I put it out there and I get feedback and other people are like, yeah, we struggle with it too. Take what works and leave the rest. Take what works for you in your business and leave the rest. Stop worrying about what your competition is doing. If they did a video, take that format, don't copy it exactly, and then repackage it into your own personal experience. This next piece is something that I've literally been wanting to talk about for a long time, and I'm glad I'm actually here. Content calendars are absolute garbage. I can't believe that people still talk about content calendars in 2025. A couple things around this. First off, how can you plan a month ahead when you don't know what will actually work? So if you're a newer creator, even experienced creator, and you plan out a whole month, what you do on day 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 cannot work at all. But if you stick to that same plan, where you're not getting any good feedback and you're just losing interest, why would you do the same thing on day 30, right? And also, what I really want to push back against is the content calendars that are still being sold. Like, oh, post about National Taco Day on Tuesday the 12th, and then post about, Father and Daughter Day on the 4th. Like, that shit is so old, it's so outdated, and it absolutely does not work. You need to adjust along the way. Plan out 5 to 7 days max, right? We're not talking about a full month. The conventional wisdom around following content calendars and posting generic garbage does not work in 2025. That is done. That is gone. Just plan out a week ahead of time. Focus on creating one large piece of content like I'm doing right now, and then break this down into multiple different pieces. Like, that is how you should plan. That is what I'm doing moving forward. I'm taking one long piece of content and I'm gonna break it down into short form text, long form text, short form video, this long form video. Eventually I'll have a website and I'll start putting it, right? That is how you plan. That is the calendar that you should follow. Take everything that people put out about content calendars, and again, like posting about Taco Tuesday, throw that shit out the window. Nobody cares about that. The only thing that people care about is how your message makes them feel and how it can help solve their problems. So if you want to learn more about what to actually say in your content that is going to get you business, make sure that you watch this next video here.